for being so reliable. That's very nice. We'll see if anybody else comes to join us on half term. Okay, but let's just begin in a normal fashion anyway. Okay, so usual story, gently turning from the waist. Morning, Anya.
Morning, Jeremy. Sorry I'm late.
Morning. No, don't worry. Yeah, that's the beauty of starting with this exercise, so that everybody knows where it begins and how it goes, and everybody can just slot in very nicely. So it's never a problem when people turn up slightly after the beginning of class, because it's designed to begin the same way every time, so that you're able to gently move yourself into a chi space that becomes so familiar that it just brings you into that chi zone. So that's why we always start this class with the same exercise. So I've been thinking a lot recently about affairs of the heart. It was something I mentioned to one of my clients the other day. It was just this idea of, well, from a sort of modern psychology perspective, parents always blame children, children always blame parents. There's always this kind of, needing to blame somebody for the things that have gone on in your life. And of course, when we look at Qigong, the ideas behind it, we always talk about the structures that affect us as we go through our life. And so we have this idea of second-hand self, all the stuff that's given to you that you didn't really want, but you got given anyway. You got given your religion, you got given your nationality, you got given all the rules that your parents wanted you to live by, which are not necessarily the best rules, it just happens to be their rules. And then as you go through life, you take on all sorts of things for yourself as well. A bit like sort of magpies. We see shiny things and we grab them for ourselves. And so you take on relationships that might not necessarily be the best ones. You take on jobs that might not necessarily be the best ones, but we've always got this kind of drive to gather more, to earn more, to have the best car, have the best house, have the best partner, have the best children. And so, of course, we're always gathering and collecting things. But all the way along, our expectations are set quite highly. Our parents set their expectations of us. So very often we kill ourselves trying to catch up with what our parents feel we should do. I've often told the story about how after my dad died, I spoke to my mum and I was saying, oh, Mum, well, at least, I feel that I kind of fulfilled Dad's wishes, that all those years I spent working in the city. And my mum looked at me and she just said, God, your father hated you working in the city. And I had kind of thought that that's what he'd wanted. And so when my daughter said to me, Dad, I think I'll get myself a job in the city, I just said, let's be very clear about this. I do not want you to do that. She went, oh, okay. That was good. That was a good point. But that was it. You know, I genuinely thought that my father would be impressed by the fact that I'd done all that. Dear God, I think back about the damage I did to myself. Okay, so let's take this exercise, move a little bit further. So here we are, collecting things that we imagine are good for us, collecting things that we imagine would make other people proud of us, holding on to all of these things and moving further and further away from our true selves. Some of you might have seen the story that I published on Facebook yesterday. It said something like, all modern spirituality and all modern psychology is just about, essentially it was saying about lulling us into a false sense of security and keeping us asleep. None of it moves us any closer to our true self. I was just thinking that's exactly it. You know, we've missed the point. We just keep on finding other things to distract us. And all of these things that we collect, they have emotional charge. They trigger emotions. And so it brings me back to the beginning, the affairs of the heart. The heart is known as the commander of all the organs. It shows it has the, you know, the most highest place. The heart and the mind, the Chinese see no differentiation between the two. So if we're constantly having these violent thoughts, we constantly have these emotions running through our bodies. Violent emotions will literally bring us out of our minds, is one of the quotes. You can think about that, you know, when you have a sort of violent emotion and you lose control of yourself at some stage. So I wanted to read a little quote by Li Yuji, and he says, he's an ancient Chinese writer, he says, by nature, humans possess blood and qi and a heart that allows knowledge. Grief as well as joy, elation as well as anger, do not exist permanently within. They're all reactions to the incitement of external things. It's then that the art of the heart intervenes. The art of the heart is to empty the heart every day. When the heart is able to take in all that is presented in total openness, this knowledge becomes wisdom. This is the wisdom that nourishes life. Okay, so let the whole thing gently slow down, gently come to a stop. So thinking about this ability to empty the heart today, let's just gather chi. Let's just draw chi down a few times. So we all have a consciousness. It's what makes us human. But it's also this consciousness, paradoxically, that destabilizes our natural function. Just think about that for a minute. I love that. We all have a consciousness. That's what marks us out as being human beings. But it's also this consciousness that destabilizes our natural functioning. That's beautiful, really. Okay. Let's just do some simple forward and back bends. Just let yourself drift down into a comfortable forward bend. Just release your way down, nice soft knees, whole body relaxes. Let's extend softly towards our toes. And release. Roots of the toes. And release. Towards our insteps. And release. Towards our heels. It's a nice deep bend, so let the body hang and relax. Lift the tailbone behind, push tailbone to the front, curl the spine up, drop head, arms into ears, bring up to full height, stretch to the blue sky. Release knees and hips forward as you lean back. Stretching up, gently back, up and back, up, gently back. Let's do some simple side bends. Down on the left. Switch over. Down on the right. Left. Right. Then bring up our right hand. You can begin the whole thing again. Keep it nice, comfortable. Soft knees. Gently rolling over. Upper, middle, lower back. Sink, relax. Extend towards the toes. And release. In line with the roots of our toes. And release. Towards our insteps. And release. Back towards our heels. Okay, good. Let the body hang and relax. Lift the tailbone up behind. Push the tailbone to the front. Curl up spine, head, arms, ears. Drop to full height. Knees forward, you lean back. Up. And gently back. Up. And back. Up. And back. Hands up into the blue sky. Left hand down. Right hand down. Left hand down. Right hand down. Right hand up. Let's see if we can just do this with straight legs now. Lock legs straight, tip overhead, arms into ears. Gently drift our way down. Relax, sink. Oh, body relaxes. Gently extend to your toes and release. In line with the roots of your toes and release. Heading towards our insteps and release. And eventually we'll move back towards our heels. Nice deep bend. Body relaxes and hangs. Tailbone lifts up behind. Gently push tailbone towards the front. Curl up spine, head, arms, ears. Bring up to full height, stretch. These hips go forward, you lean back. Stretching up. Gently back. Up. And back. Up. And back. Hands up into the blue sky. Allow the left hand to drift down. Swap the right hand down. Swap hands on the left. Swap hands on the right. Good, and bring the right hand up. Last time through the whole thing, just flowing gently down, head, arms, and ears, upper back, middle back, and lower back. Let the body sink and relax. Extend towards your toes and release. In line with the roots of your toes. Release. Towards your insteps and release. Back towards your heels. Body hangs and relaxes. Tailbone lifts up behind. Tailbone pushes to the front. Spine rolls up. Head, arms, and ears gently roll up. Stretch up into the blue sky. Knees and hips go forward. You lean back. Stretching up. Gently back. Up. Gently back. Up. And gently back. Left hand gently peels down to the left. Right hand down to the right. Down on the left. Down on the right. Draw right hand up. Allow chi to pour. Draw the hands down the sides. Scour the chi. Pour chi. Move the chi deep into the belly. Drawing chi down back into the earth. Scour. When you finish pulling down, you can make your last one. Draw the hands onto the belly. Let the hands just gently arrive. So this gift or curse of consciousness, we can't be without emotions. So we need to know our emotions. Emotions are always exaggerated, always disturbing us. They disturb the innermost aspects of our being. As we said, violent emotions will literally drive you out of your mind. In a way, gradual emotions are even worse. Emotions like prejudice, dislike, they're even more dangerous. They come on so slowly and wear away at us. And then we've lost the ability to know or even perceive that we're out of our minds. So I'm just going to read the little comment again. The art of the heart is to empty the heart every day. The art of the heart is to empty the heart every day. When the heart is able to take in all that is presented in total openness, then knowledge becomes wisdom. And this is the knowledge that nourishes your life. Let the hands gently come apart. Hold a ball of qi in front of your back. What emotion has been ruffling your life recently? The problem with consciousness is that we become conscious of who we are. I become conscious that I am. I become conscious of the fact that I am conscious. I become conscious of the fact that I am alive. And by nature of that idea, I become conscious of the idea that I will sometime not be alive. So one of the greatest fears we face is death. Just because we don't know what lies beyond. Or we think we don't know. In a logical way. It seems very final. The more you delve into your own journey into consciousness, the more you understand the yin and the yang of our 3D game we play. Day and night, life and death, two halves of a whole that continuously circles round. We call it the circle of life, but it should really be called the circle of life and death. Death is just the cessation of time, not the cessation of you, not the cessation of the consciousness that is you. So one of our most fundamental fears is death. But perhaps today, there are other things on your mind. Worry about another, upset about something in your life, anger about something that someone said, sadness about a loss, grief over something in your life that hasn't gone well. Any number of possibilities. So now we're going to use Qi to dissolve that emotion. So fix on an idea, a person, a thing, a time. When we take our hands apart, we imagine all of those problems dissolving, everything attached to it dissolving. When we bring our hands together, what do you reform? Because as far as our minds are concerned, something in the past actually happened. The point is it's not happening now. So we need to find a way to edit our past, to forgive our past. When you let go and imagine dissolving that problem with so-and-so. When we bring our hands together, how can the problem no longer be there? Well, you have to transform your idea. You understand that everybody is just doing the best they can with the tools that they have and the situation they find themselves in. So you have to give people allowance. As I mentioned last week, we set standards for other people incredibly high. And then we very kindly let ourselves off all sorts of things. But when somebody else doesn't live up to our standards, we're suddenly upset, cross, disappointed. I think it says somewhere in the Bible, take the plank out of your own eye first, something along those lines. You realize that you haven't always done the best, the highest quality, although you might like to think so. When you're honest with yourself, you think, okay, all right, fair enough. Every time we have a problem, every time we have an interaction, there's also a piece of learning to be discovered from it. What did we learn about ourselves? Well, that person made me angry. And the question behind that is, what bit of you got angry? Why did it get angry? What part of you did they upset so much? Perhaps you can heal that. Perhaps you can bring back a perfect healed version of that. And so everything that moves us and moves our emotions points to something inside of you. So every time something happens, we have a lesson to learn from it. Allow the people who upset you the most to become your best teachers. So we can just imagine the emotion dissolving away from our bodies as we open our hands. When we come back, we imagine healing something deep inside of us. Imagine the situation being so much better. If nothing else, just imagine bringing sunshine, joy, and happiness into your life. When we open the hands, we say Kai. When we close the hands, we say So you can say Kai and her if you wish. You can open your hands and close your hands if you wish. Or you can just do nothing at all. Just imagine this opening and closing. Up to you. Letting go. Brings back healing deep inside our lives. Dissolving at the deepest level of you. Draw healing deep inside. Couple more. Next to a quieter and deeper. Last two, just silently moving. Just gently gather your hands up onto your heart for a moment. Whenever I come in contact with my heart, it just often reminds me of Ho'oponopono, lovely Hawaiian prayer. You put a situation or a person in mind. You say, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Let's go around it 2 or 3 more times, thinking particular about a situation or a person. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Last time. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Just massage gently into the heart. The art of the heart is to empty the heart every day. Put the hands gently down by your sides. Let's just work our way through the 6 sounds. Go through it quite quickly. Just using the sounds to vibrate the organs. So you can start with springtime, liver. On the right hand side, you can hold it and gently massage it. You can have your hands in front of it. We say shoo. So breathing deeply. Shoo. Once more. Just think of the liver working well. Energy rising in the body, springtime energy. All functions of the liver returning to perfect working order. After springtime comes summertime, so that's back to the heart again. So we can use the specific heart tone, ha, vibrating deep inside the heart to empty the heart. You can massage into the heart, have the hands in front as you wish. Breathing in. Just let the hands rest on your heart. Gently massage, see the heart, healing all functions and emotions of the heart in perfect balance. All functions normal. We draw the hands across the left ribs, spleen. Spleen represents the late summer. This is this tone where we say, blowing like a candle almost, and it comes ooh, so ooh. Gently breathing in. Ooh. 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 Couple more. Ooh. Ooh. Imagine the spleen functioning well, spleen and stomach, whole of the digestive system working well, all worries dissipating, your spleen working, full, perfect function. All functions return to normal. We just release our hands up onto our lungs. And sometimes it can be a bit wearing to hold your hands up on your lungs the whole time. You could have them in front of your chest if you want to. Just gently tap into the lungs if you wish. Lungs are autumn time. They have the tone hissing like a snake. So gently take a breath in. Breathing in. Nice breath. Breathing deep. Just gently seeing the lungs tapping the lungs, touching the lungs, feeling the lungs in perfect working order, and all functions of the lungs returning to perfect working order. All functions normal, all emotions of the lungs calm. And eventually we can just put our hands on our kidneys around the back, or we can put our hands on our ribs at the front. Just hold the kidneys, rub the kidneys as you wish. Kidneys have got this strange tone, chewy. So we say chew and then e. And your kidneys bounce as you explode chew out of your mouth. So gently breathing in. Chew. Chew. And chew. Breathing deep. Chew. Breathing in. Chew. Do 3 more for the kidneys. They're so important. Breathing deep. Chew. Chew. Last one. Breathing in. Chew. Gentle breathing. Seeing all kidney functions strong. All the fear draining out of your life. Becoming courageous. And all functions of your kidneys returning to perfect working order. All functions normal. Okay, so we can just settle our hands in front of Dantian. We do the final of the sixth tone, and it relates to the whole body. In fact, it's not just specific. We just say she, it's XI in Chinese, but she. And as you say she, it vibrates all of the organs and draws attention to the center, to the middle Dantian. So focusing hands on middle Dantian, holding middle Dantian if you wish. Just comes to mind. You could also have your hands on Dabao if you wish, which connect into middle Dantian. Whatever seems right for you. She. Nice long breath in. Breathing in. In breath. Draw the hands slowly down to the belly. Focus the mind into lower dantian. We have the hands over lower dantian. Draws the mind behind the hands, deep into this vast reserve of chi. Gently circle the hands round lower dantian. Just go really slowly, really focusing your mind into this task. It's just a tiny circle around Du Chi, the belly button. You can imagine extending the chi from one Laogung point straight through the back of the hand into the other Laogung point, deep inside the belly, almost like you can stir the chi internally, gently moving this energy of your palms, going deep inside. Draws your attention deep into the belly. Gentle circles. When lower dantian chi is abundant, the whole body thrives. Okay, we can pause the hands. Let's go in the opposite direction now. This tiny little intentional circle, moving chi deep inside. Gentle little circles around lower dantian. Moving the chi, but also really focusing the chi into this area. Making lower dantian the total focus of this gentle move. Okay, so now the hands to gently come to a stop. As you hold lower dantian here, we'll just repeat the Ho'oponopono prayer one more time. This time, rather than thinking about someone else, think about yourself. Think about a part of your character that pops up to cause trouble. Maybe you worry too much. Perhaps you get angry. Perhaps you don't open your heart sufficiently. Perhaps you're constantly sad. Perhaps you don't. Give your love. So now we say, I'm sorry, please forgive me. Thank you, I love you. Give this aspect of ourselves. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. So we can just let our hands drift down by our sides. Whole body open and dissolved into chi. Old patterns in our body changing now. When the patterns change, our health benefits. When we dissolve things we no longer need, our bodies change. Our chemical composition changes. Allow your body to heal at the deepest of levels right now. Just in one moment, anything can shift and change. So we can just step on chi to bring our feet together. If you're sitting, just bring yourself to a comfortable posture. We'll just close out using a kind of standard Jneng posture. Bring the hands in front of your heart into the prayer position. Draw the hands up over the crown of the head. Extend up into the blue sky. Oh, drift the hands down, soften the knees, open up the fingertips, hands come out to the sides, draw around to the front. Bring the hands to shoulder height, shoulder width, and send chi deep inside your brain. Apadantien chi abundant, blood and chi flowing well, and all functions of your brain returning to perfect working order. We drift the elbows down, lightly touch our bow under the arms, and we send chi into this middle energy field, supporting your lungs, supporting your heart, spleen, pancreas, liver, kidneys are absolutely functioning perfectly. All functions normal. We just drift the hands straight back behind, and the back of the hands move forwards. We turn the palms over. We send a great wave of chi out into the blue sky, and then we gently draw it back for ourselves. Let the hands land on the belly. 3 circles round lower dantian, just gathering chi into lower dantian, nourishing lower dantian. And then we take our 3 circles in the opposite direction and just let the chi penetrate deep inside, drawing our energy deep inside, holding the chi in the center of the body and kind of resetting our chi field. So as we stand here, we imagine ourselves standing in this field of chi that protects us. Wei chi layer just round our skin, the next chi layer, which is our chi body, and then out into the wider chi field, connected, protected, safe inside, happy, big smile on your face. All functions of your body returning to perfect working order. All functions normal. Just release the hands down by the sides, give the fingers a little wiggle, move the toes, have a little stretch out. Great. Let's unmute ourselves and all say Haola together. Haola means good already. Everything is sorted. We'll say it 3 times. So, hands up in the air. 1, 2. Ha. 1, 2. Ha.
La.
1, 2. Ha.
La.
Ah, lovely. Very nice to see you all today. Have a lovely day. See you tomorrow. hopefully.
guys.
Thank
Jeremy,
you.
thank you
Thanks,
very
everyone.
much.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Bye, everyone. Bye.